the journey. Yemko. Title Johnny Afro showing me.
Osu Castle rises quietly by the ocean, but nothing about this place is truly silent. The voice echoes with memories, the walls breathe with stories. Here, time does not move forward. It circles, it lingers, it holds what many try to forget.
Bare feet on the road of time.
At the shores of Accra lies a white castle. Thousands walk past it on daily basis, but only few know the story behind these great walls. The story is about pain, strength, and survival. Today, we are at Osu Castle. Join us, let's learn more.
Inside these rooms, hope trembled, yet somehow remained alive. Footsteps were taken here that never returned home. Names were lost, voices faded, but their spirits, their strength, refused to disappear. The door of no return is small, yet it carries the weight of generations. A doorway of pain, a doorway of endurance. Osu Castle is not a ruin. It is a reminder, a heartbeat, the past whispering, we survived, and through you, our stories continue.
Where we are now is called the Presidential Walkway. It is painted in red from the entrance to the stairs. The middle section were used by such important personalities or dignitaries. All other persons, they call we the commoners, we are supposed to go through the side. So I want the 50 cities Ghanaian note. I want the 50 cities Ghanaian note for a demonstration. I'll return it back when I'm done. Okay, thank you. So with the Ghanaian currency, when it is introduced, the highest note has an image of the city of Ghana rising in 2007. We did what was called the city redenomination. At the time, this was the highest note in Ghana. So the stairs here on the 50 cities note, this is where it comes from. This is also the Christian Castle or the Osu Castle. It was built by the British in the year 1921 by a governor called Sir Gordon Washington. Currently, I saw you holding the 200. So currently, the 200 cities note is the highest in Ghana. The seat of government, which is the Judicial House, is also rising on it. It is crafted in a form of a stool because we give a lot of authority to the chieftain's institution right here. Thank you. So not too long ago, when the Queen Mother of the Ashanti Kingdom died, on the day she was being buried, it was declared that no one should go out until the burial was over. It's an example of why we have that scene here on the 200. So important to have ever used the late Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Charles, now King Charles of England, Barack and Michelle Obama when they visited George Walker Bush, Bill Clinton when they were all here in one point in time in Ghana. They are allowed to use the middle section. So I'll open it up if you want to use it. The choice is yours.
We move. This is the journey. Come and see the song of soul, the legacy. Travel, discover, listen, learn.
This is called the Engman Water System or Water Reservoir. This man was a medical doctor who was sent in from Denmark to take care of sick people within the castle. When he got here, there was a water crisis. So to help overcome the water crisis, he proposed that this water, after it was dark, Rainwater was channeled in whenever it rained, it got harvested. It took 10 years to build. From 1753 to 1763, it was built by slaves. When the slaves were building and their slave ship arrived, they stopped. They were taken away. When another batch got in, they came to continue digging. So after helping solving the water crisis, he was offered a local princess in the community to get married to. They gave birth to a lot of children. As you move around Ghana now, some local names like Carl Engman, Karen, Vanderpoy, Bannerman, Lutrod, Loco, etc. They are all descendants coming from the daily slave masters. In 1850, when the British bought the castles, they said the water in it was stagnant. Stagnant water was breeding mosquitoes. Mosquitoes were also breeding malaria. That was when this very structure was built on. The water in it was drained. They stopped using it. Are we okay? So it is 23 feet deep, 400 barrels of water. It extends from this very structure to that very structure that is underground. Just harvest rainwater.
Tidal Johnny Afro showing me the journey lives in you and me. The sun's a distant flute answers like a morning bird. Oh, the journey. Bare feet on the road of time.
Walk up the female slave dungeon. There was an inner chamber here, there was an outer chamber here. 30 or more female slaves were kept in there. 30 were also kept in there, making a total of 60. They got their air of ventilation from this window. Once you entered this chamber, there was no window, there was no door. But now there's a door there. So when we get to the door of no return, I'll tell you why there's a door. Please remind me, I might forget. So items like gold, ivory, spices, gunpowder, tobacco smoking pipes, etc. were kept in there. When slave trade began, then it was converted into a male slave dungeon. All the dungeons had two chambers. There was an inner chamber, there was an outer chamber. 60 or more men were kept in here at the time. 60 were also kept in here at the time. Initially, food and water were brought to the slaves through this door by the Europeans. But when food and water came to them, they tried to seize the Europeans. They tried to beat them up to the point of killing them. So they stopped using the door. Rather, food and water were put in buckets, tied to ropes, then it was lowered to them here. When it got here, it was the survival of the fittest. Those who were much stronger will gather all the food and eat. Those who didn't get food to eat today will try their luck the next day because they were fed once every day. Because there was unhygienic practices in there, some of the slaves couldn't endure it, so some died. In case you died, your body was picked, they were put in sacks, cannon balls added to their feet. They were dropped deep into the sea. They did so because they didn't want them to float, they wanted them to sink. Those who didn't die also got infected with some diseases and germs, and when that happened, they waited till 12 noon when the sun was very scorchy. All the slaves were marched to the marketplace, allowed to dry for some couple of hours. So it was between 12 noon to 6 p.m. Then they were returned back. In case they use this gutter, in case you want to wee, in case you want to go to toilet, in case you want to vomit, you were supposed to use this gutter. But because they were chained together, shackled together, so if I want to use or he wants to use this, because we are chained together, it means we all will have to move together. Sat by one to finish using it, then we return back. Because of that, they were not able to effectively use it. So the earth here, they used themselves. Everything was done in there until the slave ship arrived. In 1850, when the British bought the castle, they said smell were coming out from the dungeons. That was when the floors were cemented and the rooms also painted. Before, it was just sandy like this. I don't know if you'll be going to the Cape Coast Castle. If you will, the dungeons of the Cape Coast Castle were not cemented. They have stayed original till these days. So you are practically standing on feces, sweat, vomit, etc. in the Cape Coast Castle. So this is a typical male slave dungeon.
The journey. This is the journey. Take my hand. Feel the heartbeat of every land. Shout to the sky. Breathe deep the air. The world's alive. We're part of there.
Welcome to Queen Elizabeth II bedroom. Ghana was colonized by the British. When we gained independence 6 March 1957, we were still under British rule until 1st July 1960. But the Queen was still the head of state here in Ghana until 1st July 1960 when we became a republic. So after becoming a republic, she was supposed to come to town to do the final handing over ceremony, but it was postponed until the year 1961. So in 1961, when she finally agreed to come, the wardrobe, the bed, these two silents were sent from England. She came, spent 11 days in this room, 11 days on this bed. Then she symbolically handed over Ghana to Dr. Kwame. She left. In 1977, Prince Charles Martin, Charles of England, was also here at Chimota Senior High School when they were celebrating their 50 years anniversary. He was also sent in by the royal family to be the special guest of honor. When he came, he also came to spend 3 days on this bed. So according to the history of this castle, it's only the late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles Martin Charles who have ever slept on this bed. This is genuinely called Queen Elizabeth II.
The journey. Bare feet on the road of time. Dust and dreams in every line. The sun's aflame, the sky's a drum. We walk until the story's prime. Means life goes on in Yoruba inspired chant. Voices call from lands unknown. Every elder carves a tone. Their wisdom
6 March 1957. So where the last star is, that was the office we used until he was overthrown. Then subsequently successive Ghanaian president also used it until the year 2013 when the seat of government was moved to Caribou. Before the construction of this building, this brass cannon was stationed here. They said whenever the slave ship got back, it was shot several times just to tell the slaves their time in West Africa was finally up and over. The castle was built using these materials. These are limestones. All these are limestones. This white substance you see, they are seashells. It was built in the year 1661 by the Danes. The castle is 364 years old. One former Ghanaian president used the new castle partially. So that's what I tell you who he was.
hands of age, hearts of flame.